Hi everyone, so I thought I would show a quick video about how to flame polish a ramp. I currently have my Jurassic Park play field out. I'm just going to do some cleaning, change out the plastics with some CPR plastics, change out the bands, and do some lamp upgrades. But if I'm going to do all that work, I might as well go ahead and do a little bit of a light shop on the top of the play field. So one question that I get a lot is flame polishing. Something that I learned watching a lot of videos on YouTube, just like you're doing right now, and I thought I'd show how I do it. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take the ramp off, and we'll start to kind of dive into what I found out to work and how you can be able to do this for any of your plastic ramps as well. So here's the ramp. As you can see, definitely dirty. You can see obviously a lot of ball trail here. Just kind of has a little bit of haze to it. I don't know the last time it's been cleaned. I've had this machine for 1.5 years. I've wiped it down, but never been flame polished from my look at it. So next step is to go ahead and try to remove as many things I can. I'm not going to actually remove off these rivets and whatnot. I'm going to just leave those as is. So the things that are riveted to the ramp, I will just leave them, but also just give this a really good clean. Before you do any flame polishing, it's always important to note that you clean the ramp as much as possible. If you don't, you'll just be getting the dirt into the ramp itself, and it'll never come out. So I like to use Purple Power, so let's go ahead and get this guy clean. So now that I got the ramp really clean, what I'm going to use is this little butane torch. I think you can get these pretty much anywhere. This is, I think, from Menards. I'm sure Amazon sells those as well. You can get the butane filler here. So I've got this guy ready to go. And what I want to do is I want to show you as best as I can. There is definitely, when you hold this up, and I'll see if I can't move this here to give you a clearer view. Focus. There we go. There definitely is a ball trail that is in this ramp. You can see it right there. Not crazy. You can definitely tell more over here. Real close there. There's definitely a ball trail. So what I want to do is be able to watch that ball trail disappear when I use the butane torch. And it's going to be really hard to see this. I'm going to try my hardest to get this on camera. So let me show you. Let me just adjust my screen here. Let me get my butane torch on. Petrified. Okay, so the butane torch has a very nice blue flame to it. And what we're going to do is just very slowly just start to warm that up. And you'll start to see that ball trail just starts to magically disappear. It's almost like you're using an eraser. Just very lightly touching it, and the ball trail just easily disappears. Let me get a little bit of a closer look here. You can see that ball trail just starts to really fall away. Now, I've only done this on a certain amount of ramps. Most of the ramps that I've done this on have been Data East, just because I have a lot of Data East pinball machines. You will find folks online that say that there are certain ramps that do not like flame polishing. Just, different types of plastics that were used. The brittleness of the ramp could also be part of an issue, but I would definitely always use a test first before jumping in. But you can see here that ball trail right there just pretty much disappeared immediately. So just like to do a first pass here. Again, I'm not leaving the flame on very long, just enough to see that initial ball trail kind of move away. Once I do that, then what I'll do is I'll kind of let everything rest and then see if there's any other spots that need any type of touch-up. All right, so I'm going to stop. And now let's just quickly take a look. Let me put my... Let's take a look again. Oops, sorry. Really crappy tripod. Now you can see again, you know, there may be just a slight hint to a ball trail that was left, but let me just see if I can hold that up to the light. Really, yeah, still a slight tick of it there, but it is, I would say, 90% better. Especially if you look over here. If this will focus, there we go. You can see definitely much, much better. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to hit this maybe a couple more times, and yeah, then we'll basically be done. Now again, this ramp did not need a lot of flame polishing. A couple machines I've had in the past, like a Back to the Future machine, which had a Data East ramp, needed a lot more. It was pretty beat up in terms of the flame polishing needed there. But this is just a one-way with this very inexpensive butane torch that you can do. You just take your time. You don't really, you know, you get the flame as close as possible. You don't necessarily need to go all the way in and actually make contact to the plastic ramp. But you can see there, it looks like you're just erasing the ball trail from the plastic ramp. So what I'm going to do here is give it another go, and we'll see if we can't get this completed. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes or so, and I've really taken this to I think the next level in terms of the flame polishing. So let me go ahead and just pick this up. I think you can tell now that again, there's still a little bit of habit trail or ball trail that's left. All in all, this is really not very noticeable. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think as a whole, you know, I think it turned out much better than it was. Again, you'll probably still see that. In this case, I didn't really want to push it too much just because these plastic ramps are really hard to find. I think there's a good spot there where you can really tell that if it would focus, there we go, where it looks much, much better all the way down to the very end there. So now all you can do is, now that you've got this all nice and clean and it has been flame polished, you can now just reassemble, throw it back on your pinball machine, in this case Jurassic Park for me, and move forward. So here we go. Here's the finished product. So everything flame polished, nice and clean, put together. I used my ultrasonic cleaner to clean all my other parts, including my wire form ramp. I used on the riveted pieces, I'll cover this in another video, but I used some Flitz metal polish. This stuff is amazing, by the way. I'll cover that as well to just get the parts that were riveted as well. So anyway, that's one clean ramp. On to other things on Jurassic Park. Like I said, if you want to see more, just let me know, and I'll post some more videos. Thanks.